Welcome to the 6 Tips for a Successful Founders Live Pitch. My name is David Ezell, and I'll be your guide for the next few minutes as we talk about what makes for a great Founders Live pitch. I'm the host of Founders Live Dallas, and I've seen lots and lots of pitches over the past several years, and the ones that are the most successful tend to follow the majority of these 6 topics. Okay, let's get started. The 6 topics that we're going to address today are: Number 1, knowing your audience and why that's important. Number 2, confidence and making sure you have it. Number 3, shifting your mental focus. Number 4, simple is always better. Number 5, how to harness the power of storytelling. Number 6, mic check. Okay, let's jump into item number 1, knowing your audience. The audience that attends a Founders Live event is diverse. You may have marketers, tech people, investors, accountants, and any and all fields in between. The reason that this is important is because you want to make sure that you're not using any industry-specific jargon and buzzwords right off the bat, as you may lose some people who don't speak that language and aren't as familiar with the field as you are. For your 99 seconds, keep everything at a 30,000-foot view. You want to make sure that everyone in the room is crystal clear on what the problem is and how you're going to solve it. Use your 4 minutes of crowd Q&A as an opportunity to get in the weeds and into specifics if you need to, but keep your initial 99 seconds high level. Number 2, confidence. People come to Founders Live to hear your amazing pitch, but they're also picking up on social clues as well. You've practiced your pitch and you know your business inside and out. When you step on the stage, be sure that confidence comes out. Public speaking can definitely be nerve-wracking, so let's go into an easy-to-use tip that you can use before you hit the stage. This tip comes from psychologist Amy Cuddy, who gave a TED Talk on the power of body language. One tip that she recommends is a great way to get into the right headspace before you speak. It's called the power pose. Take a minute and think of yourself like Superman or Superwoman. Close your eyes, stand with your back straight and your chin up. Put your hands on your hips just like Superwoman pictured here. Remember what we said earlier. You've practiced your pitch and you know your business inside and out. Now, go deliver it like Superwoman. Number 3, shifting the mental focus. Okay. So you take the stage and you can feel the eyeballs staring at you, right? You feel the pressure of everyone listening to every word and phrase you say. That's scary, right? So let's refocus that pressure. Remember, these people came to Founders Live to meet new people and to see how their own business can be improved. So now that you know the audience is there for their own businesses and own goals in mind, shift your focus and speak to that. Speak to the problem that you're addressing and bring the passion that you have for your solution. There's no sense in carrying unneeded weight on your shoulders. Focus on the solution to a problem and how you can't wait to share it with the crowd. Number 4, simple is always better. Whether it's the amount of information in your pitch or the slide deck behind you, simple is always better. The audience can tell if you're trying to beat the clock and share every single thing that your company does. That's not a recipe for winning Founders Live or for a successful pitch. You want your pitch and the slide deck behind you to be simple and easy to follow for the audience. The most successful pitches I've seen usually have somewhere to between 3 and 5 slides, and that does not mean 3 to 5 slides with 20 bullet points and diagrams and graphs all crammed on them. People can't read and break down information while you're also talking to them. So make it easy on them by keeping everything simple. Remember, the whole purpose of events like Founders Live is for it to be a conversation. You want to present a problem, present your solution, and tell them how they can help, all in an easy-to-digest package. You want hands to go up during the crowd Q&A so that conversation can continue. The only way that happens is if you've been clear in what your objectives are and what problems you're solving. Remember, you want to be seeing a few nodding heads during your 99-second pitch. That shows that people are understanding what you're relaying and that they're on the same page. Number 5, telling a story. This one has a bit of number 4 in it by keeping it simple. One of the best pitches and most well-received pitches that I've seen only had one slide. On that slide was a photo of the founder, their logo, and their web address. That's all. When this young lady took the stage, she told a story. She told a story of why her company existed, the hardships that helped mold her company, and where she sees her company going. The audience was literally hanging on every word she said because she took them on a mental journey. There were no graphs, no diagrams, no bullet points, or hard-to-understand verbiage. She spent a minute and a half and gave the crowd access to her world. It's no surprise that when the 99-second timer buzzed, the crowd went wild. Oh, and yeah, she was a landslide winner of Founders Live Dallas that month. Founders Live is a two-sided conversation, and it's about building relationships. It's not a fire hose of information just for the sake of getting it all out in 99 seconds. Number 6, mic check. I had to work on this one too. My first public speaking event was actually the first time that I hosted Founders Live Dallas. So it was also the first time that I had to think about using a microphone. During that first event, my hands were all over the place, which caused the sound to go in and out. So when the mic is handed to you, hold it in one hand, right under your chin, and keep it there. If you need to point to a slide or if you tend to talk with your hands, talk with the other hand. Remember point number 2 about confidence? People are going to be picking up on all sorts of clues while you're speaking. And if your hands are all over the place and it's causing them not to be able to hear you clearly, it's taking away from your pitch. Your goal on stage is clarity. Clarity in your message, clarity in your slide deck, and clarity with the words you use. You want the audience focused on you and soaking up every word you're saying, not wondering why they can only hear every other word because your microphone hand is all over the place. As you're practicing your pitch, be sure to practice it as if you have a microphone in one hand. Start getting used to how it feels with one hand staying in a still position. As you know, great things come with pitching at Founders Live, and one of those things is access to Firebrand, the 4-week online workshop for the modern entrepreneur. Winning Founders Live means you get 20% off Firebrand, and pitching at Founders Live means you get 10% off Firebrand. As I mentioned before, I'm the host of Founders Live Dallas, and I've seen what separates the average company from the remarkable, and that's why I created Firebrand. Over those 4 weeks, we're going to dive into understanding your why, getting clear with where you're going, and also rethinking your messaging, as well as focusing on how to be super intentional with your customers. Finally, we'll get into how all of that impacts your digital strategy. Once you get signed up, you'll receive a packet in the mail with each week's homework. Each week, you'll work one-on-one with myself to go more in-depth about that particular week's coursework. The best part? All of this is done through weekly strategy calls and online through Teachable, so it works around your busy schedule. Are you ready to set your brand on fire? I can't wait to reconnect with you after your pitch and get started. Good luck with your pitch. Remember what we've talked about, and we'll chat soon about what separates the average company from the remarkable.